Ah, my little stars, let me tell you a story. A story of love that didn't end, even when the world said goodbye. A story of a girl named Talia, a Mũgumo tree, and a grandmother whose laughter still echoes under the stars. Close your eyes, lean back, and listen. For this tale is as old as the roots of the Mũgumo, yet as new as the neon lights of Nairobi Nova. Nairobi Nova wasn't like any city you've ever seen. Here, ancient Mũgumo trees intertwined with futuristic skyscrapers, their branches glowing softly with solar lights. Drones buzzed between buildings, delivering everything from fresh uji to books. And the goats? Oh, they didn't just walk, they hovered. Yes, hover goats zipped around the city, their tiny jetpacks keeping them just above the ground. Talia loved everything about Nairobi Nova, but most of all, she loved her grandmother, Nyara. Nyara was the Haw of the stars, the storyteller of the village. Her words had the power to make the sky itself pause and listen. One day Nyara sat Talia down under the largest Mũgumo in the village. "My little sprout," she said, her voice as soft as the evening wind. "One day I won't be here to tell you my stories, but don't worry, I'll leave you something special." Talia's eyes widened. "What is it?" Nyara winked. "A starseed." It happened quietly, like the setting of the sun. Nyara, who had been the brightest light in Talia's world, was gone. The house felt too quiet. The Mũgumo trees seemed to hum a sad song. Even the hover goat, Mr. Lilo, refused to eat his favorite data cables. Talia sat under the Mũgumo tree where Nyara used to tell her stories. She waited, but no starseed appeared. Days turned into weeks, and the sadness in Talia's heart grew heavier. One evening, as the neon lights of Nairobi Nova twinkled in the distance, Talia yelled at the tree, "You promised! Where is my starseed?" The Mũgumo's leaves rustled softly, but no answer came. Feeling defeated, Talia began to wander through the city. She passed by a patch of robot flowers that swayed as she walked. One of them piped up, "Hey, little human, why the long face?" Talia frowned. "What do you care? You're just a flower." The flower's petals glowed indignantly. "Rude, but I'll tell you something. Mũgumos only grow when watered with stories." "Stories?" Talia asked, confused. Yes, the flower said. "Your Nyara's stories. Share them and watch what happens." At that moment, Mr. Lilo, her hover goat, zipped by with a mouthful of her grandmother's old journals. "Lilo!" Talia screamed, chasing after him. After finally catching Mr. Lilo and retrieving the slightly chewed journals, Talia decided to try the flower's advice. She sat under the Mũgumo and whispered one of Nyara's stories. It was about the time Nyara used a hover stick to chase a runaway chicken off a roof. The memory made Talia laugh for the first time in weeks. As she laughed, she felt something shift. Looking down, she saw a tiny sprout pushing its way through the soil. Each day, Talia returned to the tree. She told it more stories about Nyara, how she used to hum while cooking, how she made the best mandazi, how her laugh could light up a room. From Talia. "One time, Nyara taught me how to fly a kite powered by solar winds. It wasn't just a kite. It was our little spaceship. We named it Star Jumper. She always said, 'Reach for the stars, Talia. If they're too far, we'll build a kite to get there.'" From the villagers. "She saved my father's mango grove once," one elder shared. "The solar-powered locust drones were eating everything, but Nyara figured out how to reprogram them to plant seeds instead. Those trees are still standing today." With every story, the Mũgumo grew taller, its branches glowing with soft light. A new addition. The children of the village began to gather, drawn to the glowing Mũgumo tree. They shared their favorite memories of Nyara. One child recalled, Nyara once showed us how to use old drone parts to make music. She called it recycled rhythms. We played until the stars came out. The villagers began to notice. They came to sit under the tree, sharing their own stories about Nyara. The Mũgumo became a gathering place, its roots stretching deep and its leaves whispering secrets to the wind. From Talia, she made everything an adventure. Even peeling potatoes was a quest. She'd say, "These are no ordinary potatoes, Talia. They're moon rocks." So, from a neighbor. She helped me fix my hoverbike when no one else could. She said, "A broken thing just needs the right story to keep it going." A villager's poem. One elder recited, her words were stars, her laughter a song, and though she's gone, her roots are strong. One night as the tree's glow lit up the sky, Talia sat beneath it and whispered, "I miss you, Nyara." A breeze swept through the branches, carrying her grandmother's familiar laugh. Talia smiled. She realized Nyara hadn't left. She was in every story, every laugh, every glowing leaf on the Mũgumo tree. You see, little stars, the people we love never truly leave us. They live in our stories, our laughter, and the roots we plant in the world. So the next time you feel alone, find a tree, whisper your memories, and let them grow. And don't forget to keep your hover goats away from the journals.